Hi folks, welcome to another episode of Angry TV with me, Angry Britain, off the Twitter and places like that. So this is another unboxing video, but this time it's not of a watch, you'll be thrilled to know. So some time ago I bought a GoPro, mostly for work, just to do bits and bobs and film things and stuff. But I've not really used it a great deal, particularly for doing this stuff. The blogging and the vlogging and the YouTubing. The reason being is that the microphone on this is pretty poor. It's horribly tinny and rubbish and not very good, and I'm used to using one of these for doing videos, one of these little lapel mic things down here, which obviously makes the sound much better, and if it's much better you're more likely to stay, so that's why we do it. But what I really want to do is try and start using this a lot more. It's got a little cool screen. It's a Hero 9, by the way. It's got a little cool screen on it so I can see what I'm doing. But the ability to have a lapel mic isn't part of that, believe it or not. Let me show you. It's got a little rubber protective case on it that I bought for it. But you basically get no ports. Nothing. So you're stuck with the microphone, which is here. And like I say, it's tinny and horrible and just not very good at all. So that obviously limits the use of this. The other thing that I want to try and start doing is doing some car reviews, which requires obviously a microphone, because you're going to be competing with the noise of the car and all the rest of it. And without, you know, that will stick in the windscreen quite happily, but without a lapel mic it's going to sound horrific. So I've bought something that will hopefully resolve those issues, and then we can give it a try and see what happens. GoPro do all sorts of accessories for their stuff, as I'm sure you know. They do lights and screens and filters and lenses and things that they call mods. So one of them is the media mod, which I've bought and has arrived today. As a subscriber GoPro, you get like 20% off these, so this is a lot cheaper than it would have been otherwise, which is fab. So it's just over 50 quid for this. It's normally like 80, 90, something like that. So yeah, huge discount from GoPro Direct. So what I thought I'd do is unbox it, have a look, see what's in there, and yeah, try and fit it, and then we can do some videos and see if it works. Brilliant. Okay, so fairly standard box, I guess. Shows you what you're supposed to do with it. So this is one of the screens that you can buy, I guess, and you can add a light to it, because it comes with cold shoes, so not powered, but it means you can slot bits and bobs into it to expand it into a, they call it a, what do they call it, hang on, a full production suite. Anyway, let's have a look. Right, I'll get into it without destroying the box. Okay, the bottom looks good, bear with me. Okay. Compatible with the GoPro 10, the new one that's out. I won't be buying that because I've barely used the 9, to be honest, so I certainly won't be upgrading for the foreseeable future. Right, we're in. Okay. Right. Oh, dropped on the floor. Manuals, user guide. It's not very interesting. It's fundamentally it's a plastic case that slots around your camera, so can't be that odd to use, can it? Right, so that's what it looks like when it arrives. It's got a tight in there. So you've got a mount for it. So I'm guessing that slots into the other accessories. Yeah, okay, little mount. You get one of the GoPro screws, which you'll have seen, which helps you bolt it to stuff, like this, for example. Oh, it's a bit sexual. But anyway, that kind of helps you bolt it to grips and tripods and some of the stuff that they make, but you've probably seen these, and I'm sure if you're GoPro only, you've probably got about 1 million of these, which I have now. Right, so this is the actual, there's nothing else in there, I don't think. No, cool. Right, this is the actual, the mod itself, and it's purely kind of like a plastic frame. It's not great quality, GoPro, I have to say. It's very, listen, very cheap plastic, so I don't think you'd be that thrilled if you'd spent 70, 80 quid on that and it arrived. But anyway, on this sort of plus side, it has, it's got a directional mic, which also comes with a wind suppressor, so that'll be getting popped on there, like that. Quite handy for using it outside on tripods and bits and bobs like that. Take that off carefully. In here we have, what have we got in here? We've got Looks like a USB-C, a micro USB. Oh no, it's HDMI, mini HDMI up top. Mini HDMI up there. Got USB-C, and this is the important one for me, which is the 3.5mm microphone jack. So that obviously plugs in there. So let's have a look and see if we can get it on the camera itself. You slide that. Oh, look. Oh, it's very cheap. It's very cheap and very flimsy. It's not great. Right, so I think actually I read somewhere you've got to take the battery door off of this, which is going to be interesting. How the hell do you get that off without snapping it? Goes in there like that. So how does that come off? Right, you're going to have to bear with me, and I'm going to go and find out how you get this off. I'll be back. Right, definitely a case of RTFM. It kind of shows you, right? But trust me, when you've got this in your hand and you're doing that, it does not feel good to be doing that. That feels really like you're going to break it. That's a bit unnerving. That it's better now I've done it once, but yeah, not sure about that. They could probably make that a bit easier, to be honest. Right, so that's it, minus the battery door. This is obviously the USB port, so let's pop it in, see what happens. Okay, slots in quite easily, and then I guess you shut this down and clip it into place. Okay, so that's what it looks like in the medium mod. If you add the directional what's it to it as well, looks like that. So it's kind of increased in size, but not massively. We'll turn it on. There you go, beep beep beep. Okay, so as you can see me. You can see me filming you. Look. Ooh. Oh, file repaired. Not sure what that is. Right, anyway, there you go. There's me filming you. And tell you what I'll do, I'll cut this in. Hi folks, I don't know what the sound is going to be like on this, but we'll... Hello. So here we go folks, I've just swapped from the iPhone, just finished filming that video. I thought I'd just do a really quick little bit of talking nonsense just to see if you could hear me, like to see the difference in sound quality. So I can see myself quite clearly. I've got the microphone pointing at me. I can see myself on the little screen thing, and yeah, so you can be the judge of whether you think the sound quality is any good from this, and whether it's a replacement for you know, one of these lapel mics that I have been using for most of my videos, one of these, or whether it's a case of we're going to have to carry on plugging this into the back of that and see. So anyway, that's the media mod. I'm going to play around with that and see if it can actually replace my iPhone, which is what I'm using now, which would be quite neat. For being in the car, it will be brilliant while I'm driving. Yes, there you go. That's a media mod, a GoPro 9 media mod, or for 10s even, if you haven't seen one. That's what they do. In theory, you can turn it into a full-on production studio, but we'll see about that. These are the cold shoes I talked about up here and on the side, so you can put an extra light on there, which I've got somewhere knocking around, and it's still got access to the bottom bits, which help you mount it like that on various things. And yeah, not sure what I make of that. I'm kind of hoping it will resolve some issues and I might actually get a bit more use out of this, but on first impressions, it's pretty cheap, pretty nasty, and yeah, not sure. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you perhaps for a video shot on one of these soon. Cheers.